telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn.
So what is up, you guys? It's your boy Black Ninja DS back at it again with what did I used to say? It's been I know it's been a long time, and I'm not gonna do the whole I'm back thing. A lot of things happened. A lot of things ended up making me not shoot a couple of videos, but let's not get into that. I'm here. I'm ready to shoot my videos, and I'm ready to just drop a little interesting thing in the middle of some of your weeks. I'll do more than one video from now on. I'll do two, hopefully. But you can already see the title of this video, so let's just get into it. Okay, let me just give you a bit of reference. So this sadly was about I'd say more than 10 years ago. I had my first fight when I was in kindergarten, and I want it to be known, I don't condone violence, but this particular situation called for it. So let me just give you, a bit of reference so that you know how I looked, yeah? So, this was me. This is fetus minor. And this is actually the first thing I made when I was getting into kindergarten, according to my mom. She said we had to do a project, and the project was to get photos of ourselves and, color it. But this wasn't the me that fought. It was this dude. This dude. And as you can see, I've grown, I've matured, and somehow I've managed to move from this to this and get up bigger. Anyway, everything aside, let's get right into the main topic of the video. So I remember I was about 3. I started school early. I was 2.5 when I started school, so I was about 3. And I had a friend, a best friend at the time. He was called James. And James and I were tight. We were so close. We go everywhere together. We do everything together. And sadly, we had the same bully. His name was Dylan. Dylan and us had a very interesting relationship in that he'd constantly come to take our food. So the day before, James had, I think, pizza or something, and Dylan came to steal his food, and then eventually, and by the way, these are actual real names, I don't know why, anyway, he came to steal his food, and my boy stood up for himself. He was like, nah, I'm not having this. This is pizza, Well, to be fair, I'd probably do the same thing. And anyway, so James stood up for himself, and he was like, yeah, we're not having this situation. And for those of you who are in my friend group, you understand this, especially I know, who was in one of my earlier videos. If you haven't already, just watch the friends out there. I feel like certain videos you'll really enjoy, even though I know my quality at the time was a bit meh, but yeah, we move. So he hit him with the right across the face, and that was the end of him being bullied by Dylan. And luckily I was with him at the time, so I ended up seeing that, and Dylan didn't come for me because he was scared of now James. And then a couple of days went by. Dylan stopped taking our food. I was happy. I was living my life, innit? I was coasting. I was around James, and that way, Dylan was not a threat. Then, one day, James wasn't around. He had gone. I can't remember if it was... He had gone for something important nonetheless. And it was just me in... Well, the break court at the time was just a huge space, and my piece of chocolate cake. Amazing, beautiful chocolate cake. You know that cake that's creamy? Like the cake you eat and it feeds your soul. That's the kind of cake I had. And guess who decided to pull up because he knew James was not around? Dylan. I just rewatched the earlier clip and realized I said the day before, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying, yeah? So anyway, it was a tricky situation, and this dude, he did not even like try and intimidate me. You know, like normal bullies that try and just like mess with your head. He literally came, shoved me away, moved me to the side, and then just took my fork and took a, not even like a small chunk, a huge chunk, looked me dead in the eye, and ate it. I was mad. Now, I don't remember the details. It's those ones for like you were really young, so you remember snippets of it. But I remember I just punched this guy in the stomach. I was like, yeet! Like, nah, we're not doing this. We can't be doing this. Fam, that's cake. Look at me. I love DT. Like, my G, I'm not even messing with you. I'm not even messing with you. Back then, you could like step on me and I wouldn't talk to you for like 30 minutes. Then I'd come back and be friends with you. Nima me food. If you didn't give me food or took away my food, nah, we're not friends. I'm not talking to you. Look at me. Look at that. So, I punched this dude in the gut. And I really was not liking that situation. And this dude was like, I bet. And here's the most disrespectful thing. He didn't even punch me. He smacked me. He slapped me across the face. Yo. I'd rather be in a fight where they say walipigan instead of he was beaten. Alichap. Nah, fam. If we're going down fighting together. But my G smacked me and I was on the floor. I stood up and I scratched, I kicked, I beat him, fam. We weren't having this situation. No. And then eventually, I think he started tearing up. And so on for like you don't really want to cry. But then when little kids, when you chochena, someone was like, ay, nah. I was like, oh my god, Dylan's about to cry. Dylan is crying. Then everyone started laughing at him. And I'm not gonna lie, some part of me felt a little bit bad for the dude. But I was more worried about my cake. So I think I hit him again after that. And then he just ran away. I'm not gonna lie, felt on top of the world. On top of the world. I was killing it. I was living my life. I was being such, I felt like a G. James came back the following weeks. I was feeling so hyped. Until my mom saw my bruises. Let that sink in. I was beaten. Yo, for like a little 3-year-old kid, I was beaten. I was whooped. Yo, I don't even. Was I 3? No. The year after, I was going to class 1, so I was 5. Yeah, I was beaten. Yo, I was beaten so. I still remember that beating up now. I was beaten. You think you're Mayweather? Hey. I was whooped. I just didn't speak. Those whoopings for you're so shocked, you cry, and then you just shut up. You just shut up the entire time. Then you're there eating. Then she forces, Mama. That's a story for another day. But yeah, I was whooped. Moral of the story: don't fight unless it's necessary. Now, okay, I don't advocate for violence, but you have to stand up for yourself in different situations. I know now that there were other ways to do it, and no one likes a snitch, let's be honest. But then there's levels. Not everyone can fight with their bully, and not everyone should fight with their bully. Make that known. I don't advocate for violence, but I'm telling you, I didn't like it. I mean, okay, I felt dope. I was hyped up by my friends, but they're not living with me in my house, right? If I fought again, I was gonna be beaten. I knew I was gonna be beaten, and worse because I did it the second time. I was whooped. I didn't like it. Moral of the story: there's always a different way. And though people might not like you being a snitch if you get bullied, who cares? They won't live with you in your house. They don't get the repercussions of you fighting at the end of the day. And it's your body, it's your bruises. Live your life how you want. but stand up for yourself, because not everyone around you wants to build you. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys another time. Until then, stay safe, subscribe, like, share it around, share it to your friends. But until then, it's been your boy Black Ninja DS out. Peace.